what's up everybody? I'm SuperSonicJB. Today, I want to talk about some good old anime, specifically High School DxD. What the heck is that? Why did my screen freeze? And why is there an ad there? Okay, there we go. That was weird. But like I was saying, High School DxD is... What the heck is that? Is that an ad? How the heck did that get there? Alright, you know what? Screw this. I'm going to a different room. What the? I gotta pay $30 to go in that room? But this is my house! How the heck does that make any sense? You know what? Screw it. I don't need to go in that room anyways. I need some food. Are you kidding me? I can't even open my fridge? No! What has my life become? A Gacha game? I think I'm starting to hallucinate. Maybe I shouldn't have played that new High School DxD game.
High School DxD, the series that turned lots of young boys into men.
I'm finally learning what boobs are!
High School DxD was an anime/manga released back in the 2000s and 2010s. It was a harem anime rolling on a guy named Issei Hayato who dreams of getting his own harem of girls. But one day he gets asked out by a girl, but she ends up killing him on their first date. Yeah, if you ever thought you had a rough first date, at least you're not this guy. Anyways, Issei gets reincarnated as a devil. He gets his own harem, goes on adventures, blah blah blah. If you're watching this video, then you probably already know what High School DxD is. I remember watching this anime back in the day, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. It had anime girls and melons in it. What's not to love? One thing that I really wanted though, was a High School DxD video game. And while yes, we did get a video game on the 3DS, it was only released in Japan. But in 2025, we got another High School DxD game released for PC called High School DxD Operation Paradise Infinity. Not the best title ever made, but hey, it's a High School DxD game available in the West, so that's a plus. However, it turns out this is a G123 browser gacha game. For those of you who are unaware, G123 is a website themed around anime games. They're free to play, but will have a lot of in-game purchases. I talked about the G123 game Monster Musume Fantastic Life last year, and it was pretty bad. And when I heard High School DxD was getting its own G123 game, I knew I had to check it out. Will it be good? Probably not, but still, I want to check it out and review it, so without further ado, let's take a look at High School DxD Operation Paradise Infinity. Oh, also, I just wanted to show off this cool High School DxD truck that I saw at ColossalCon recently. It's pretty sexy, not gonna lie. I bet the guy who drives us around gets some really awkward stares. Okay, on with the video. Usually for most games, I start off by talking about the game's title screen. But this game doesn't have one. Once this game finishes loading, at a pretty decent pace might I add, we get to see the game's opening cutscene, which is told in comic book style panels, where we see Issei give a brief description on how he was killed on his first date, but then gets reincarnated as a devil, and now begins his harem journey, blah blah blah. This cutscene is basically just a retelling of the anime's first episode, but done super quickly, and it skips a lot of stuff too. Like it only lasts 10 seconds, and it doesn't even explain who any of the other characters are. Whatever, I'm sure the gameplay will be way better, right? Oh yeah, this is a G123 game, so probably not. Oh hi there, Rias. I guess you're here to give me a tutorial on how the game works.
Press A button while in midair to glide. But you already knew that.
Hey yo, what the fuck?
Before we get into that though, let me just say that this menu screen here has way too much going on here. Like lots of this stuff I can't even access yet, and it makes everything look so unorganized and messy. It really does remind me a lot of the Monster Musume Fantastic Life game that I played last year. So I click on the Game Story tab and get to check out the game story. Or should I say, a lack of a story, because this game doesn't have any story at all. All you do is play through random battles over and over again non-stop. There's no other cutscenes besides the one when we first started playing the game, and nothing interesting happens at all during the story mode. Why is this mode called story when there's no story at all here? What if some random guy wanted to experience High School DxD for themselves, but were too lazy to watch an anime or read the manga? Maybe they thought playing this game could teach them all about the series. But nope, there's nothing going on here that's related in any way to the anime's plot. So this entire game is basically meaningless. And these fights you do here in the story mode are boring as fuck. Once you select fight, the game will ask you to select a character and put them in a designated spot. Once you have enough characters added, you can start the battle. Oh okay, this looks like a strategy RPG, so maybe I'll have to think carefully on what I need to do. No, you don't. In fact, you literally do nothing in these fights. It's all automatic. Your characters will attack the enemies in front of you until they die, and you'll win. Yeah, you can't do anything here besides speed up or slow down the speed of the battles. And considering how boring and lifeless these battles are, I just sped them all up to get them over with as quickly as possible. You have to do this a lot if you want to make any progress and get any rewards too. Which yeah, is super boring. I mean, hey, at least it's not another isekai demon waifu style game. Am I right? Actually, scratch that, and maybe even worse. After that glorious battle, Rias gives a tutorial on fusing shards to get new allies. After a battle, the game will give you some gems that you can use to fuse together to get a new character that you can use in battles. You can also get gears that you can equip on your characters to increase their stats. You can also level up your characters with in-game items that you obtain throughout the game's story mode. Leveling up characters is pretty simple and straightforward, which is good, and you will have to do it a bunch because enemies will get tougher as you progress through the story. But I don't really care about the game's story, so let's talk about the game's gacha summons. You can summon 1 or 10 times, just like every modern day gacha game. Every time you do a pull, some chest pieces will fall from the sky, and if it's a gold one, you'll get a 5-star character. You also can do regular or special summons, and then you get some free summons every day. Most of the characters in this game are 3 to 5-star characters, with the 5-star being the strongest and rarest. The game does have a pretty big amount of characters you can obtain, and lots of times, you'll get the same characters over and over again. The art for the characters does look pretty nice, and some of them have their own cool costumes like Akano here. However, every character is basically the same person who does some lame attacks that aren't animated very well. Sure, 5-star characters are better, but it doesn't really matter that much when all the characters play pretty much the exact same way and are super boring. There's also so many things that are locked behind a paywall or require grinding your player level out to unlock a bunch of modes. Like all the stuff on the home menu requires you to be a high level like level 20 to unlock new modes. So you'll have to play through the horrendous story mode tons and tons of times before you can do anything else, which is basically torture. And let me tell you, every time I click on a menu, I keep getting ad pop-ups that keep asking me to input my credit card info to get season passes or costumes or gems, etc. Like, I don't give a crap already. Shut up. I'm not giving you any of my money, even if these waifus can be pretty thick. I did unlock the Sky City mode eventually, but then it just took me to another menu with even more locked modes, which required even more grinding. The only mode I could play here was this daily trial mode, where you can do some quick bites to get some quick rewards, but it's literally just the exact same thing as the story mode. So it's pretty lame. Oh yeah, I know this is kind of random, but sometimes the game's music will restart every time I click on a new menu like... Yeah, this can be pretty annoying. Speaking of the game's music, wow does it suck. It's so lifeless and boring. Just like the rest of this game. Oh snap! Lots of songs are reused, and honestly, your best bet is to just mute the game and play your own music like this.
What about now? It's time to rock with the biggity back bumper. What about now? It's time to rock with the biggity back bumper. Bump to the bump to the bump to the bass. Bump to the bump to the bumper. Bump to the bump to the bump to the bass. Bump to the bump to the bumper.
The game does also have online multiplayer, but I didn't even bother playing it because screw this game. There is a chatting feature here, though the messages here can be really random. I can, yes. Yo, is this game on the App Store? Whatever that emoji is. How do I save progress? Whatever that says. Join my club. Sigma.
Lick my balls. ...
Genuine question, can anyone even see my chats? I can, Goose. I can indeed. And my personal favorite, I'm a goon. Hell yeah, brother! There's also some other trials you can take on, like the newbie trial, and yes, it's just the same old auto battles yet again. But now you can play on hell difficulty and get destroyed in seconds. Why the fuck does it say victory? That wasn't as funny as I thought it'd be. I blame this crappy boring game for that. Honestly, I don't have much more else to say about this game. It's basically just a clone of Monster Musume Fantastic Life, but with High School DxD characters. The game's biggest issue is how boring it is. Like, the gameplay is all auto, there's no story at all, and most of the game itself is locked behind a paywall. It sucks because a High School DxD game has so much potential, yet they'd rather make a cheap Gacha game out of it, and put very little effort into it. So yeah, I don't recommend this game at all. And really, I don't recommend any G123 games in general. They all just seem like cash grabs, really. They better not touch Stay Alive next, or else there'll be a problem.
So that was Monster Musume. Wait, no. That was High School DxD Operation, whatever the heck its name actually was. And yeah, it sucked. Like, there's just so many freaking issues with the game. And I would talk more about it, but yeah. Apparently, I gotta either pay to continue this, or just end the video right now. See ya.